Shalom, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, through His Son, Yahweh Shai, the one who word and calls Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and rule well, and that taught me this truth. Peace, love, and blessings also to you sincere laborers, brothers on the highways and byways, giving all diligence to make that calling and election sure, and also blessings to you sisters out there listening, learning, and believing. I'm that fellow servant, Kanakala, coming at you once again with another lesson. And this is the end time Bible prophecy. You know, the end of the world as we know it. When I speak about the end of the world, I'm talking about the end of an age, okay? Which the Greek word would be, if I'm not mistaken, eon. All right, the end of an eon, end of the world, okay? So, real quick, let me get this precept. We're gonna start off with this. 2 Ezra 6 verse 7 says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? This is the prophet Ezra out of the Holy Bible, the KJV, all right, the Apocrypha. Verse 8, it says, And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, unto Jacob and Esau, born of him. All right, now Abraham to Isaac, and Isaac had two sons, Jacob and Esau. And Jacob and Esau will be today what you call, all right, on a very vague sense, so-called black and white, all right, but get more detailed, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, and the so-called white, all right, Europeans. Okay, that's who descendants of Jacob and Esau today. The real Israelites. Jacob is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, and Esau is a so-called white man. All right, for Jacob and Esau were born of him. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. You can read about that account in the book of Genesis. Okay, because that's symbolic to Jacob bringing down Esau. All right, Jacob being so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, bringing down the so-called white man. And how is that starting? With truth. All right, he is stolen your identity. All right, he claimed to be the Jews, claimed to be the people of God. He painted the one who they call Christ to be white when he was a so-called black man, pursuant to Romans. It's like it, pursuant to Revelation, the first chapter, around about the 13th verse. He had hair like wool and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in the furnace. Okay, so we're grabbing the heel of these so-called white people, these Edomites, with truth. All right. You know, pretty much uprooting their lies. All right, then the ultimate Israelite, all right, which will be Yahweh Shai, outside of his father Yahweh, he's gonna come down and physically bring you down. But nonetheless, this is the point. 2 Ezra 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, so that's why you see this world ending. All right, with these whole mandates and these certain measures to force you to receive the juicy juice or that recipe, man. You know, it says for Esau is the end of the world, so this is the end of the age for Esau Edom, the so-called white man, all right, in his society. You know, and tough luck for you average, you know, so-called white people. You know, you poor and you middle class, you know, because the super rich, you know, starting with the elite banking families, the so-called Jews, man, they left you out. They left you out to dry, man. All right, so that's it for you. It's for Esau's end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, which is why you see these mandates. Okay, and if you haven't watched this video, you need to watch this video. All right, I mean, you don't need to watch it, but it's a good video. Because these people rights are being taken away from them. So if not, I'll leave it in the description. More than likely, I'm going to leave it in the comment section. So go watch this video if you haven't seen this video. All your rights is being taken away from you. It ain't no constitution. Or I forgot the other term she used. But there's no constitution anymore. All right. Freedom of speech. All that. Second Amendment rights. But I didn't want to come for your weapons anyways. Okay, so this is the end of the road for Esau. Esau is the end of the world. So this is the end of the road for you. Okay. You can thank your the elites of your people for this. And remember that. Thank the elites of your people for this. All right, the super rich, the super white, so-called white people. Because you're not white. There's nothing pure about you, and that's being brought to light right now. All right. Says after Biden announced Fauci predicts many more blank mandates to compel enough Americans to get the recipe. All right. So let's read a little bit of this. Many more mandates will come on top of Biden administration new blank restrictions. Dr. Anthony Fauci said Sunday. Fauci predicts that colleges, universities, and businesses are likely to start imposing blank, all right, mandates. He told CNN's Jen Christian at a panel organized by NLGJA, the Association of the LGBTQ Journalists, on Sunday. And I believe that that's going to turn this around, because I don't think people are going to want to not go to work or not go to college or not go to university, he said. So these are these draconian measures. Spake as a dragon, all right, as the scriptures speak about. He spake as a dragon. All right, these are those draconian measures. And pretty much what this is, that is MOTB behavior. All right, MOTB behavior. And MOTB is an acronym for Mark of the Beast. All right. If this video get removed, it is what it is, man. Those who saw it. But it's Revelation 13:16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, say that he hath the mark or the name of the beast or the name of his name. So that mark will be the RFID chip. So you're not going to be able to buy or sell unless you have that chip. Now you can see, as he just said, with these mandates, if you're in the spirit, you can clearly see what they're pushing towards. They're pushing towards this mark, man, the charagma. All right, you're not going to be able to buy or sell. So you can see this is that MOTB behavior. This is how they're going to prescribe that that mark. All right, you ain't going to be able to do nothing without it, buy or sell. Okay? So this is the end of the road for you so-called white people. And, you know, really it's, you know, you white people that's not so-called white people, you Edomites that's not a part of the royal family. And I'm going to get a quick picture of those individuals real fast. So if you ain't part of these super rich elites right here, all right, that 1% that you're pissed off about, right? Well, you gotta understand. Look at history. What they say, the Civil War, Emancipation Proclamation, all right, where they said to so-called free the slave. Well, you go into emancipation, go back to Latin emancipatus, which means to transfer ownership. Okay? Transfer from one owner to another. So that's why the Civil War, right, was that's how it started. Right? The North and the South. The government wasn't able to control the South, the resources that they were getting from the slaves. So they set up the whole Civil War to free the slaves from the South. So the government now can pretty much benefit from the slave labor. Instead of being privately owned, all they pretty much did was transfer the privately owned slaves to corporate slaves. So your elites, all right, they've been through you under the bus a long time ago, okay, when they funded that Civil War. Because now you can see, and that's pretty much ultimately the Heavenly Father letting up on us, man. All right, because we disobeyed him. Okay, so that was just pretty much him letting up the grip, if you will, physically, because spiritually, all right, these devils got a stronghold on us mentally. You know, we're now in a mental slavery, but that's the Heavenly Father letting up on us on that hardcore slavery. All right. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. All right, O daughter of Edom, the offspring of Esau. Today, all right, you Americans, so-called Americans, and you so-called Europeans, and you so-called Israelis, man. All right. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. And I can't forget you Russians, man. All right. Y'all also are Edomites too. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. What's that cup? That cup is symbolic to the slavery. All right. To the hell that you put upon us. That cup is going to, as it says, shall pass unto you. You're going to be put into captivity. Going back to Revelation, the 13th, chapter 13, 9, and 10. Okay, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Okay, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. O daughter of Zion's descendants of Israel. All right, which would be so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. Who is that he? All right, starting with Esau, Edom. All right, the so-called white man. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So the Lord is visiting you. He's taking away your rights. And once again, watch this video. You're pissed off about it. But thank your elites, man. Your elites, they've been cut you off. You want a part of that royal bloodline, the top tier. They're finna enslave you now. They're taking away your rights. Okay? So yeah, be mad at the 1%ers. But at the same time, you were the ones that was for the affliction. You commoners, man. All right? During the time of slavery. Then what? They pretty much threw your ass under the bus and made us all corporate slaves. So now we pay taxes unto these devils, man. And now you are in the same predicament that we're in. You're paying taxes to these same devils. So now they're moving more towards their new world order. Now they want to make you eternal slaves because you mean nothing to them. All right. You mean not absolutely. You average so-called white people mean nothing to these banking elites, man. All right, because they're finna get ready to mark you. That's why they juicing you up, and they're getting ready to put that mark in you, and you gonna be their slaves, and they gonna live well as they imagine they want to live happily ever after, but it's not gonna happen. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's all I had. Quick lesson. Okay, it's time, man. This is the end. I'm gonna close out with one more precept. Fall. Let's see if I can word search it. Apocrypha. I think it's in the book of Sirach, if I'm not mistaken. Bear with me. No, I think it's in Ezra's. All right, I might have to pause this for a sec. Was in Ecclesiastes, Sirach 25:7. There be 9 things. Ecclesiastes 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and a 10th will I utter with my tongue. A man that hath the joy of his children, he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies, man. Because it's been complete hell under you devils, man. Okay? Now you're losing your rights. All right? And that's it for you. That's it, man. The elites of your people are going to try to declare their new world order, and it's not going to happen pursuant to the book of Job. We can close out with that. All right. I think it's Job 20, if I'm not mistaken. All right. The elites of your people are going to try to, pretty much declare their new world order. And It's not going to go well. All right. It's not going to go well for them. This is Job 20, verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. What's the fullness of his sufficiency? You can see right now he's doing all these sort of mandates to declare his new world order. And he's doing it by the means of this situation that we have going on, the Crown Royal, the C-19. That's how he's able to push his new world order agenda, right? But in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. And right now you can see that because you got certain uproars of the people. And mainly you Edomites, because Jake don't know what the hell is going on. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans, you know that they don't want to get the juice or receive the recipe, but you know the Constitution never applied to us. All right, that benefited more you so-called white people. But it shall be in straits, because why is people are resisting this thing. He's not able to deceive the people as he once was. But at the same time, order out of chaos. He needs a lot of chaos so he can implement the martial law, the order. Or it says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him when he is about to fill his belly. All right, which he's close to doing that. Or he's about to start eating. Once he make that chip mandatory, that's going to be it. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and he shall rain it upon him while he's eating. And that's talking about nuclear destruction. All right, because that's what's going to destroy this kingdom. The missiles, they're going to rain down upon him in the midst, all right, of this new world order. So he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Describing the missiles. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, the silo, all right. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall, terrors are upon him. And that's that missile exiting that silo. Okay? It's going to bring terror. People are going to be terrified. It says, and darkness shall be hidden in his secret places. All darkness shall be hidden in secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. All right? A fire not blown shall consume him. The missiles. Okay? So they're not going to be able to fulfill their new world order. They're going to try. But you average Americans, you're done, man. Your rights are being taken away from you. This is the end of your world, the end of America, where you was able to, do as thou will. You had your privileges. Yeah, that's all over with, man. That's all over with. So with that, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Till next time, I say shalom.